Hello everyone. I'm gonna give you guys a second to all kind of come in and we're gonna get into it today. Let me just bring out my stuff as I'm waiting for you guys. Hello. Hi Liz, hi Theo, Marissa. Hi guys. Thank you for joining me today. I'm just getting my stuff out since this is gonna be a get ready with me. Good morning. Or good afternoon, wherever you guys are at. I'm gonna do a funky look today. I haven't really done anything too crazy, but I'm feeling like blue and maybe purple or green, so we're gonna use those colors as inspiration. And today's live should be really chill. We're just gonna get ready together and I'm gonna be answering questions and just giving you guys a quick recap of everything that we've covered throughout Livemiss so far. So I'm gonna give you guys a few more seconds. I'm gonna wait for the likes to get to at least 1,000. I always say that and then they go so quickly that you guys don't even give me time to get ready, which I don't mind, I'm not complaining. But I'm gonna wait for that and we're gonna get into it. Good morning, Nay. It's a pretty color for today. This is kind of cute. Let's see what else we got. That's cute. Oh, thank you. I hope you have the best day too. Hello, Samurai Cutes. I think that's what we're gonna do. This is also a pretty color. This is so like old. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like this is too pink right now. Probably this one. Oh, we just hit 1,000 likes. All right, you guys. So we're going to be doing a quick recap of the last 14 Livemiss episodes. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Soledad. You guys can call me Soul. And I'm doing Livemiss this month because I really wanted to get deeper on twin flame connections and share a lot of information. And I'm also writing a book on twin flames. So I thought this would be a great way to help you guys better understand not only this book that I'm coming out with, but your own twin flame connection. And really, even if you're not on a twin flame journey, this whole series is going to help you decide whether that is the journey that you're on, how to better navigate it, and if it's not, what are you attracting? Because divine love is not an exclusive thing to twin flames. You can have soulmates, you can, be in karmic connections. Divine unions come in many ways, and so this series is really at the core a way for you guys to learn how to identify and attract true divine love. And of course, we merge not only spirituality, but psychology, science, philosophy into every lesson that we talk about here. So we're not living just in Delulu land. It's a balance of the spiritual and the material world because they do work together. Okay. Can you do readings on here? I will be doing readings soon. That will be very, very soon. And I'm going to be releasing the schedule for the next or the last, I believe, 5 or 6 days of Livemiss that we have. Yeah, so that's coming soon. And there's something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I always give my little spiel about my book. This book is not available just yet. It's going to be available January 2024. It's called What is a Twin Flame Soulmate? Your Beginner's Guide to Identifying and Navigating Your Twin Flame Journey. And no, you're not late. We're just getting started, so don't worry. We just got on live. But yes, unlike the other books out there that are really personal stories or a collection of personal stories or just focus on the spiritual aspect, This book is a tracking journal, a guide. I give you practical exercises. I break down manifestation concepts, and we go through the history of how twin flames has evolved and affected society. And lots of other cool stuff in that book. So if you wanted to know or be the first to know when that is getting released and get access to exclusive discounts, there is a link in my bio, and my bio link should be direct.me/SoledadTarot. So you should be able to sign up for updates there, and no funny business. We're not going to use your email for anything else but twin flame book updates. But yes, that's very exciting, and I do read my book throughout this Livemiss series. And yeah, so with that being said, oh, thank you, Stefan. So I am not doing readings today. I mean, I'm posting content, so you guys will see my content if you follow, but in the Livemiss, today's episode is just a recap and a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions about any of the subjects we've covered in previous Livemiss, or just twin flame, soulmates, and all of that in general, that's what today's is. So it should be very chill. I really needed to kind of pause and let's just kind of soak in everything that we've gone through, because I gave you guys a lot of information during these Livemiss episodes. Okay. So the first day of Livemiss, we did talk about twin flames, soulmates, and karmics. The awakening physical signs, I missed a little bit about that day. The awakening physical, I believe that's Kundalini energy, and we'll go through it, that's later on. But the first day we really covered the differences between a twin flame, a soulmate, and a karmic. So I have the notes in front of me. Thank God I took notes, and so that I could give you guys this recap. Your readings resonate to my ex. Do you think it's a sign, or am I just Delulu? I guess that just depends on you. I mean, my readings honestly are general readings, the ones I post on here. So if you're confused about that journey, one, I would say focus on your own mental health and healing, because that is how you're able to better understand your intuition, right? And that's how you stay out of Delulu land, is by having a very strong connection with your mind and your body. So healing is really important, right? Doing shadow work and all those things. But if you're really, really confused, go get yourself a pack of, tarot cards. It's really not that hard to do it. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can always get a personal reading. So that's another thing that helps. There's nothing wrong with seeking out spiritual guidance, by the way, of any kind. Whether you want to go and do a confessional at a Catholic church, or go to a Bible study and, connect with people there. Or if you're into other religions or other aspects of spirituality, whatever helps you and you're drawn to the most, that is where I think you should go. But it really does start within. And to avoid the Lululand, again, you have to be very strong mentally and really connected with your intuition. Hey, Maria, good to see you. Why would a twin flame not want to be with me? I'm learning self-worth. I guess it just depends on the journey you're on, because part of the twin flame dance, the push and pull, is separation. So there is a point where you may feel like your twin flame doesn't want to be with you, right? And that's normally happening in the separation stages. And we did a whole live on that. We're going to recap some of that stuff. What if every reader tells you your person is coming back and they pull away instead? That is such a good question. So again, this is where you may need to get a personal reading. I talked about this once, where there's a fine line between getting signs from your angels. And for example, if you're always on your phone, you're going to get signs through your phone, right? But at one point, especially with the algorithm, they're just going to show you what you're watching. So if you're watching these videos all the way through and multiple readers are, making that message, then that's what you're going to get. And I guess it's very individualized too, because maybe in this point your person is pulling away, but they will come back, and setting a time frame as to when that prediction or event is going to happen and holding on to it is actually pushing it away further. It's crazy, right? That's why learning about your own spirituality, getting in touch with your intuition and how to manifest is super important before you are ready for love. I'm sorry, and I know it's not what you want to hear. People just want to jump into attracting divine love. There's your own challenges that you will experience while you're in union, and if you're not prepped for that, right, as part of the journey, you can't just skip that, which is why my book talks about that. That's literally one of the gaps that I see right now in people teaching about twin flames, and even the books that are already out there, is people don't talk about the basic knowledge that you need to have to even attract divine love, right? Which is like manifesting and, you know, developing your own relationship with yourself, with your intuition, with God, universe, cosmic energy, whatever you believe in. So I hope that helps. I hope it helps. Yes, this might be a weird question, but do twin flames have children? Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of twin flame obstacles, which we didn't really get into in Livemiss, but I do talk a lot about in my book, and I've made videos about it as well. I may make a whole dedicated live one of these days, or a masterclass or something about it. But one of the obstacles is a lot of twins are already in connections with their own families when they meet each other. So yeah, twin flames do have children. And when they get together, they have kids too, or they might already have kids when you meet your twin. That's totally normal, yeah. And it's not a weird question. All right, so day one, we did the marker example. So how do you know the difference between a twin flame, soulmate, and karmic? Really quickly, a karmic is, actually, let me just bring out the markers to show you guys. Hold up. Excuse my mess back there. We're cleaning up right now. So really quickly, let's talk about that. Okay. So this is you, this is your soulmate, and this is your karmic. So soulmates, same part of the soul family. Okay, you guys are drawn to each other. Soulmates can be platonic. Soulmates can be situations, circumstances, pets, right? So soulmates, best friend vibes, drawn to each other, can learn lessons, can be kind of karmic at times, right? This is your karmic. I would definitely say that a karmic does have its place. Sometimes you want to write on your board, and sometimes you need to pull out your highlighter to really get the job done. So that's what karmics are, right? Basic highlighter from Amazon. But these are not really, they can be complementary, and they do have a purpose to work together and, you know, grow or get a project done or whatever it is you're doing. But essentially, they're not really going to be a good match, right? So that's it. You're a twin flame now. This is you, this is your twin flame. Without the cap, the marker dries out. Without the marker, the cap really has no purpose. So twin flame is a part of the same soul. Whereas soulmates, different souls, same soul family. Karmics, completely different soul family, is there to serve a purpose and can help. What about soul ties? This is where it gets so interesting. So if we're going into soul contracts and soul ties and Akashic records, I do past soul life regression readings. I forgot to mention that, but I always mention them in my readings. I'm a tarot card reader. I've done over 500 readings this year alone, and I do help mainly with love situations, so twin flames, soulmates, and karmics, and I do past soul life regression readings. One of the things I've learned in tapping into all these different little areas through my readings is that everybody's soul contract, everybody's book of their life, their Akashic records, right, is not really paper. It's not paper. It's not written, right? It's more of a video that's alive and breathing and changing constantly, right? Because you have your own willpower, and so does everybody else. So you can't control someone else's willpower, but they can't control yours either. And that's where I think people get lost, is that it's always changing. There's nothing that's written in stone. There may be things that you have a soul tie with someone and you may want to go in that route and get rid of that karma for sure. There's people you're drawn to for a reason, but ultimately it's up to you if you want to engage or not. It's up to you what lessons you end up getting out of that. And I saw a question. I hope that helps with soul ties, by the way. Do all twin flames start off together romantically, or can they have just been friends? I think most twin flames start off as just friends. Sometimes you don't even know, like you'll meet your twin flame and then you won't even notice that they are until later on. That's a very common experience. Can you read into past lives with your twin? Yes, I actually do that in my personal readings. So I always bring up this example, and my client is happy to share, so I'm not going to share her personal details, but I'm going to share about her situation. And she's always told me, if it helps other people, I don't mind you sharing my story. So that's why I'm sharing it. Otherwise, when I do personal readings, it is completely confidential, and but she's always said it's fine for you to share this part of my story. So she was one of the first people that wanted me to do a past soul life regression reading, and I felt comfortable with her energy to do that. And she had a lot of resentments because she was with her twin, right? And there was something going on in her past life. Something happened in her past life that basically made her build up all this resentment towards her twin in this life. Even though he did choose her in this life, in a past life he didn't. It was a lot, right? Because this was a long time ago that we picked up on this energy. But yeah, I do past life regressions on anybody in your life that you'd like to know if you had a past life with and what happened in your past life. You'd be surprised the parallels of the lessons that you're still learning in this life and the options that you have in this life to break out of those cycles. So it is very helpful, especially if you're really stuck on a specific person or a specific situation and you really just don't know logically why this is happening, but you have those feelings, those inklings, and you've already been getting signs about that. So yes, let's see. Is the info in my bio? So right now you can book with me, but it's starting February because I'm already booked out for January. I would say wait if you want to book, because I'm about to announce an end of the year sale. And I'm going to open up spots in January as well. So if you want to book, just follow my account and check in next week, because I want to make sure that you get the best value for your money and you get to see me sooner than February. So I'm just going to say that because I haven't really talked about this on my account. So you guys are getting this little exclusive piece of information, but I have decided that is the route we're going to go with personal readings. The spots are going to be extremely, extremely limited because of all the other projects I have going on. I'm only going to be doing 2 readings a day, personal readings, and they're only going to be live calls. So I'm excited. Okay. What else did we want to talk about for day 1? So I went into karma. I went into Buddhism and Hinduism and where kind of karma comes from. There's a quote here actually, so let me read that to you guys. All living beings have actions, karma, as their own inheritance, their own congenital cause, their kinsman, their refuge. It is karma that differentiates beings into low and high states. And then I also went into misconceptions about karma. Let's actually kind of read a little bit about that. Karmic relationships reflect our shadows, fears, and represent lessons we must overcome. They're not exclusive to romantic partners and can be situational, creating feelings of being stuck or attracting the wrong people. So being stuck in a karmic cycle. And a karmic cycle can also be around your career, right? I felt stuck in a karmic cycle in my career for a long time. I felt like no matter where I was going, after like a few months, I was experiencing the same things. Yeah, karmic can be platonic as well. And sometimes you're even reincarnated where your whole family is karmic. That's why soulmates can also teach us karmic lessons as well. Yes, it can be toxic friends and friend groups as well. What else did I want to talk about to recap that? I also talked about twin flame connections, how to know if you're one in day one. And we talked about how rare twin flames are. Essentially, everyone has soulmates and everyone can have hundreds of soulmates, right, in your soul family. But not all soulmates incarnate with you, and not all of them you're meant to meet or be with romantically. And then anyone can have a karmic connection, relationship, or cycle. That's pretty normal. Okay. And then I also talked about the early signs if you're attracting a twin flame or soulmate in day one. Can family be karmic? Yeah, I just talked about that. So yes, family can definitely be karmic. Question, how long is the video call? So I have 30-minute options and 1-hour options for my live calls. So it just depends on how much you want to spend and how much time you want to go deeper into it. And so everything I'm covering right now is kind of a recap of day one's Livemiss episode, which was about karmics and twin flames and soulmates. That replay is already available on my YouTube channel where we go super deep. I think the video is about an hour long, so it's very informational. And if you want to check it out, definitely go do so. My YouTube channel is linked on my account, and there's a playlist on my YouTube channel called 21 Days of Twin Flame Connections, and it is day one, the very first video there. Oh, I also talk about getting out of karmic cycles, and I gave you some little journal prompts so that you can confirm if you are in a karmic cycle. So that was day one. Let's move on to day two. Honestly, I was gonna start doing my makeup, but I'm having a lot of fun talking about this right now. And we've already what's it called? We've already been talking for 30 minutes. What are the prices for video calls? So I'm gonna be I'm gonna be having a sale, but normally my prices are $157 for a 1-hour call, 45 minutes to an hour, and then the 30-minute calls are $133. But again, I'm gonna be having a sale next week or this week, I don't know. I'll announce it soon, so just make sure you guys are following so that you can get that discounted price and get earlier access. All right, so day two. Where are my notes for day two? Ooh, day two was spicy. Day two of Livemiss, we talked about why your twin flame doesn't want to be with you. So if you are in twin flame separation, this is the Livemiss episode to watch. This is why your divine masculine or divine feminine does not want to be with you. Or you may perceive it as they don't want to be with you. And this Livemiss episode goes deep. So we go into why separation happens, why divine feminine has to step away and allow divine masculine to end their karmic cycles, and what you can do to speed up union. And I also kind of break down some of the initial phases and triggering that happens before or leading up to the separation stage. And I'm not going to answer any questions about my personal twin flame journey in today's episode, but I will be doing a video or maybe a live or something where you guys can ask me all about that, and we'll get a little more personal. So that's coming soon, but I saw your question, girl. So that's day two. We talk all about it. The secret to coming into union, explaining detachment, how to raise your vibration. I give you journal prompts at the very end. So yeah, day two is all about separation and why it happens and how you can speed up union. So definitely, if that sounds like your situation, you should go check that out. All right, let's move into day three. We're not going to go too deep into separation because that specific Livemiss, if you were there for that episode, you know, we go really deep. Okay. Ooh. Day three, I forgot, but we actually went into divine feminine versus divine masculine. So how do you know which one you are? And how do those dynamics come into play with your twin flame journey, and why it's important to identify which one you are. Because divine feminine and masculine energies are within all of us, and they are gender fluid. Like, I resonate with both energies. But in a twin flame journey, one twin is traditionally divine feminine and the other one is divine masculine, right? Because it's the same soul split in half. So if you're kind of confused as to which one you are, which one resonates with you, then that is definitely the Livemiss episode for you to watch. And yeah, that one is very interesting. We go super deep. Let's see, day 4. What did we talk about in day 4? I haven't even started on my makeup, you guys. I've just been talking to you. What did we do for day 4? Let's see. Oh, day 4 is amazing if you're beginning on a twin flame journey, or if you're just learning it, because it is literally all about what a twin flame connection is. So we explain the twin flame connections. We talk about the good and the ugly, right? The bad, the light, the dark, where the term twin flame originates from, ancient theories as well. We talk about Plato and ancient Greek society, but we also talk about Yab and Yum and Buddhism and Hindu gods that also represent divine counterparts and divine masculine energies. And I read you a little bit about the history of twin flames that I cover in my book, so you get a little sneak peek of that chapter. Will there be union with my twin flame? See, that is a personal question. I would recommend you get a personal reading for that one. If you're going to be together with your twin flame. I'm not going to be fake on here and say that that's a good question to even ask in a tarot reading, because it really isn't. One, the future is fickle. There's no tarot card reader or spiritual person that can predict exactly what's going to happen. And I talked about this earlier. I know this is kind of gonna go into like unpopular opinions, and like, I'm a tarot card reader myself, so I feel like I'm a little bit qualified to kind of talk about this. Tarot card readings are great to get a deeper understanding on yourself and your situation, and maybe into how other people feel or see you, you know, if you want to know about love and all those things. But when it comes to predicting how something is going to roll out for you, or when exactly it's going to come in, not that it won't be accurate, because many times you do find accuracy in that. It's just not the best question to ask. Your focus shouldn't be, when are we going to get back together? Your focus should be, what can I do now to prepare, right? They shouldn't, because that question to me comes from insecurity of, I don't think that this is going to come in, so I need to get external confirmation and validation. So what are you telling the universe, right? You're telling the universe that you don't have this thing. You're affirming that. So yeah, in my opinion, asking questions about when separation is coming in, or very specific like future predictions, isn't really the best thing to do when you're trying to manifest those things into your life. The better thing to do is say, I know that this is coming in for me. What can I do to prepare myself now? What should I be working on next? What is coming up for me in the meantime, right? I hope that helps. Not that I wouldn't answer it. If somebody came to me with that question, I'd give them the best answer and I'd read the cards. But I just wanted to put that out there. I don't think I've ever really released a video telling you guys what would be good or bad questions to ask for tarot. But if you guys want to know that, let me know. I love your hair. Is that real? My hair is real. This is my hair. It is extremely long. It's my hair. I like to have long hair, and I have like long layers. My hair's super long, you guys. Wouldn't I look cute with pigtails? Hold up. That'd be so funny, but yeah, this is my hair. Ooh, little pins are coming off. What question would you advise people ask when they're getting their tarot cards read? You can definitely, it's very open. The best question to ask, in my personal opinion, is to ask what is blocking you and what you can do to heal those things, and be very specific. for example, my tarot card readings, I do always say, you know, we're going to have a chance to ask many questions. So let's focus on one thing that you want to get out, and then we'll elaborate from there, right? So and the funny thing about tarot is sometimes you'll ask a question about your career, and then all of a sudden your parents or your ex comes through in the reading. And I always say, this energy is here. Do you want to explore this, or do you want to keep trying to see what like the career thing is? Whatever you're running away from, whatever you're avoiding, whatever's imbalanced in your life is going to come through in the reading. So that's where I think you should start. Where can you do better? How can you heal? What's blocking you? What do you need to know right now that your angels and your guides are trying to tell you? So that to me is the best thing that you can do and get the most value out of a tarot card reading. I hope that answers your question. That was a really good question, so thank you. Let me see. Okay, so since I see you guys are not really submitting any more questions right now, you're welcome. Let's continue. So yes, for day 4 of Livemiss, we talked all about twin flame connections, twin flames versus soulmates, where do divine counterparts come in? And, you know, we go into the history and, you know, the gods and all the theories. And I also read a little bit about my book. So that's day 4 of Livemiss. What did we do for day 5? Let's see. I'm so thankful that I took notes for this, because I wouldn't be able to tell you from the top of my head everything we covered. Okay, so day 5. Oof, day 5 was another really good one. I just forget how information packed these Livemiss episodes have been. And day 5 was signs of a twin flame connection that are common, rare, and weird. Right? So if you're struggling to identify who your twin flame is, day 5 of Livemiss is for you. And wow, we went into it. I went into the 9 signs that you'll experience only if you are in a twin flame connection. I shared some common signs that we go over in my book about twin flames. And I also gave you a very important exercise on how to get confirmation about your twin flame, and you can do it at home. Yes, everything is on my YouTube channel. All the replays should be up except for, I think, day 13 and 14 are still getting worked on, but every other replay should be up on my YouTube channel, and it should be in a playlist called 21 Days of Twin Flame Connections. Even this will be up on my YouTube channel. And Demi, I see your question, but we're not doing personal readings right now. And that's a very personal question, I feel. Twin flames are very controversial, yes. But that's why I talk about it more, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions out about twin flames. And yeah. So that's why and there's a lot of delusions out there about twin flames, and a lot of people that will tell you, if you're doing this, then this is not your twin. Like, there's a lot of people who just, I don't want to say anything specific because I don't want to get into beef or call anybody out, because again, everybody's, you know, entitled to their own beliefs and their own experience. I never want to invalidate that. That's why I come on and I say my things, right? I use my own platform for my voice and all of that. But this book is not Delulu. This is literally like a merge of the logical, the historical concepts, you know, the metaphysical things about manifesting true divine love, and all those things. So that's really the difference here, because we're not in Delulu land. We're combining mind and heart. And this book is not out yet. It's going to be out in January. I know I saw somebody ask that question. Yeah, so day 5 of Livemiss, we talk about spiritual awakenings, undeniable synchronicities, seeing angels and spirit guides in a twin flame journey. We talk about why a false twin would appear. When you want to talk to God and pray, do you read your Bible? No, I don't actually. I read my Bible, and I actually use the Bible in readings if people are comfortable with that. If I have a message for them, we go to that page and, you know, they take photos of that. So I don't try to just focus on the Bible though. Hi from Dubai. I've always wanted to go to Dubai. Maybe I'll go one of these days. What else did we talk about? Oh, if you feel like going celibate, or there's a push or need to do that in your twin flame journey, we talk about that in day 5 of Livemiss. We also talk about seeing auras, raising your vibration, physical sensations that you'll get during your twin flame connection, soul recognition, ego death, why you can't lie to your twin flame, aligning with your true soul path. And then I do a little section where I read my book, and then I give you some higher self meditation tips to identify if the person you're thinking about is your twin flame. So that's day 5 of twin flame connections. I think that's one of the most valuable, especially if you're just a beginner and starting out with twin flame connections and not really sure if that is your journey. I didn't even believe in twin flames. I believed in soulmates, but I did not believe in twin flames until things started happening, right? All right, so day 6 of Livemiss. What did we do for day 6? Oof. Day 6, we talked about detachment and attracting your twin flame effortlessly. I'm actually gonna start doing my makeup, you guys. Because I feel like we just haven't, and I do have to go. I have a meeting. But and thank you guys to everyone who's been sending me roses and little badges and things. It all helps. So yeah. Actually, you know what? I don't think I am gonna do my makeup today. I don't know. I've been getting a lot of acne like down here, and sometimes I feel like iffy. I don't know. I was gonna do a look. We were gonna do like a pink, like purpley green look, and now I'm kind of like, I really don't know. So anyways, that's day 5 and 6. Day 7 of Livemiss. Day 7 of Livemiss is a really fun one. And I think it's a concept that not a lot of people talk about or even know about, or maybe you don't believe in, but signs of a false twin flame. This is so significant because there are times where you'll get sent a false twin flame and the purpose of it is very valid, but you'll feel crazy. So how do you know if you're dealing with a false twin flame or a real twin flame? I go through 5 signs of a false twin flame. I read a chapter on my book called Is Finding Your Twin Flame Good or Bad? So we read a little bit about that. I give you journal prompts. I explain what a false twin flame is and what the purpose of that is in your spiritual path and in your journey. And I also explain how a false twin flame experience can manifest in your life. So that is day 7 of Livemiss. So if you were wondering if the person in your life is a real twin or a false twin, day 7 of Livemiss is the episode that I recommend you watch. And sorry if you hear, somebody just came over. So sorry if you guys hear noise. Day 8. Day 8, I would say, is important if you are unsure of the beginning stages of a twin flame connection, because we go into the stages from the calling all the way up to union. We stop at union, right? So if you're already with your twin flame, or if you haven't gone through a separation, then this is really important for you to at least... Bubba, it's okay. You guys want to see Bubba? He's stretched. So cute. I told you guys somebody was outside and my dog is like, yo, what the hell? Who's out there? Booba. He's so focused. He's so focused. So alert. Booba keeps us safe here, you know? Yes. So that is day 8. All the stages, what's the most important lessons, and you know how the stages will progress leading up to full union with your twin. And then we also read a breakdown of separation and how you can speed up the separation stage that I share in my book. So I read a little section about that in day 8 of Livemiss. And I also break down shadow work because that is so important in a twin flame connection or in anyone's spiritual path or journey. And I know a lot of tarot card readers or people in the spiritual community will say you gotta do shadow work, you gotta work on self-healing, but they don't really tell you how. So in Livemiss episode 8, I go into what is shadow work and how you can start working on that. So if you were wanting to understand more about that aspect of the journey, that's a really good episode to watch. Hi, Allie! Yeah, sorry, somebody's home, but hopefully you guys are good with that. Baba, it's okay. Baba's like, yo, there's somebody here. I want to go over there. What are we doing? Okay, yeah, so day 8. So day 9. Where is day 9? Do I not have notes for day 9? Where can I find this info about my twin flame? Yeah, so I've been doing these Livemiss episodes and it just ended our relationship. Yeah, you would definitely benefit from the false twin flame. And so day 1 of Livemiss I would recommend, and then the false twin flame was, I believe, episode 7. I believe day 7. But yeah, I have a whole playlist on all of this information on my YouTube channel, and you guys can definitely check that out. It's the playlist, I believe, is called 21 Days of Twin Flame Connections. So that, Shandi, I think will be very helpful to you. I don't know where day 9 is. What did we... Oh, you know why I don't have any notes on it? Because day 9, we just went into a chapter. What did we read for day 9? I think we read chapter 9. Oh yeah, we read the chapter, So You Have a Twin Flame, What Now, What's Next? And we break down how to swiftly achieve union, how you can get there in 2 steps. And I also teach you about the unsung hero, the key to bringing in union, and I give you some affirmations to practice patience in the separation stage. So we read the whole chapter. So day 9 is actually a chapter reading of my book, and that is already up on my YouTube channel. So that is really good for when you are in separation. And day 10, we are getting through this. Oh, day 10. If you're already following like twin flame people online, then you probably already heard of the mirror exercise. So in day 10 of Livemiss, we break down what the mirror exercise is, why you shouldn't rely on it, why it can be beneficial in twin flame journeys, and why it's not exclusive to twin flame journeys, and it's actually an exercise that is used in psychology and therapy, right? And I outline exactly what the twin flame exercise is so that you can use it. However, I also tell you why it might not work for you. So I give you the good, the bad, the ugly, and I teach you what it is. So that's a really good one. The twin flame mirror exercise is great for trying to understand yourself and others. And again, you shouldn't rely on it because it really just is a tool in your toolbox. It shouldn't be the only tool in your toolbox. And I'm going to leave it at that. If you're curious, definitely go check out that episode. That is day 10 for Livemiss. And oh my gosh, we're almost getting to the end here. We're catching up, you guys. What is day 11? Oh, Day 11 was one of my favorite days personally because it's something that I've been recently really learning about and understanding. And day 11 is all about twin flame waves. So the twin flame waves theory is derived from Dolores Cannon's book called The Three Waves of Volunteers and the New Earth. So she coined the term, New Earth and star seeds and everything like that. So if you don't know who Dolores Cannon is and you don't know that book, definitely go watch day 11 of Livemiss over on my YouTube channel, because we explain who Dolores Cannon is. We break down the theories from the book. I tell you, or I teach you how you can find out which wave you're on and why it connects to the deeper purpose of being on a twin flame journey. So that is very helpful to understand why you were even chosen for a journey with your twin flame in this lifetime. So that one is very interesting. It's personally one of my favorite ones to do research for and to share with you guys. And Dolores Cannon, if you didn't know who she was, is a hypnotherapist. What else did she do? She's amazing. She did past life regression, like hypnotherapy. She has a lot of work with metaphysics. And I think her technique was called like QHHT, which she developed herself. And that is quantum healing hypnosis technique. And basically she helped people get into or give them access to their past lives and a higher consciousness, and that research is what she based her work on. And again, she is like the mother of the concepts New Earth and star seeds. If you're in spiritual TikTok at all and you were confused about those terms, definitely go watch this episode. It's again day 11, because I teach you what all those things are, and I give you the base knowledge that you need so that you, again, don't fall into Delulu land or are easily swayed on this app or anywhere, right, online. We talk about each wave, the overlaps between the waves. I'm not going to give you too much because it really is, it goes deep. But that is day 11. Day 12 is another one that you cannot miss. This one actually is probably one of the most important days. If you don't watch, or actually day 12 and day 13 are both some of the most important. If you don't watch any of the other ones, if you feel like you don't even believe in twin flames, but you do want to attract divine love, you do believe in that there is someone meant out there for you, or many, day 12 and day 13 are essential for your own spiritual learning, right? Because day 12 is all about synchronicities in a twin flame journey, right? And synchronicities, we don't just talk about how it relates to the twin flame journey. We go deep into how you can see synchronicities as the language of the universe and how you can talk to the universe through synchronicities. So synchronicities is not exclusive to love or twin flames. Identifying synchronicities and angel numbers are actually really helpful, and essentially is how your higher self, how the universe connects with you and gives you signs and gives you, confirmation. So we look at it from a scientific perspective, from a psychological and a spiritual perspective. Very fascinating. I teach you how not to go insane when you're connecting with synchronicities and angel numbers, and what these angel numbers could mean for you. So that is day 12, and day 13 is all about Kundalini awakenings. I'm telling you, day 12 and day 13, even outside of twin flame connections, are just so important to have as a base knowledge for your own spiritual journey, especially if you feel like you've been going through a spiritual awakening or about to have one or have had several. It's really important information. And a Kundalini activation happens not just in twin flame journeys, but your twin flame can speed that up or intensify that journey. We go into the origins of Kundalini awakenings, why your twin flame would activate that, and we go into the symptoms, the top 7 symptoms that you can have to identify if you are on a Kundalini awakening, and also the physical symptoms that you can experience in a Kundalini awakening. And you can find all this information on my YouTube channel, a playlist called 21 Days of Twin Flame Connections. But if you're already watching this as a replay on my YouTube channel, then yeah, you should be connected to the playlist already. It should be in the playlist. Oh my gosh, what else did we cover? Let me see. Oh yeah, we covered root chakra and heart chakra healing. We go a little bit into the chakras and how it all relates to your Kundalini awakening. I remember earlier I saw someone say something about the physical symptoms, so let's see if we can go over that a little bit. Clairvoyance, reconnecting with your passions, tower moments, spiritual connections and shifts. All those things we talk about in this episode. And okay, so the physical symptoms of a Kundalini awakening, we have headaches, tingling sensations, changes in appetite. You may manifest as the energy is working through different parts of your body. Spontaneous movements. Uncontrolled or spontaneous body movements are actually very common. Like jerking or shaking, or doing even like yoga-like postures, changing the way that you sleep, the posture that you sleep in. Yes. Noticing more synchronicities, your clairvoyance opening up, getting visions or symbolic imageries, vivid dreams, vivid daydreams, being able to see colors or experience more as you're meditating and getting deeper into meditation. What else? Yeah, and just more insight, right, on your own spiritual journey. And then the root and the heart chakra, we go all up into it. I also give you a prompt at the end so that you know if that's what you're going through right now. What else? I think we're caught up because, wait, what did we talk about in day 14? Or is this, because this is day 15. What did we talk? Oh, day 14, of course. How can I forget? Some of you might find this interesting. I'm honestly over it, but I feel like a lot of you would enjoy this. So in day 14, we talk about divine masculine, all about divine masculine. I say I'm over it because I'm so over my twin flame journey that I'm like, I don't even care anymore. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it really doesn't matter to me. I don't have time to make you the center of my world. So, do that with what you will. But I've also been practicing detachment and just really not trying to control or even think about those things. We'll talk about it in another video where we go deeper into my personal experience, because a lot of you guys have been requesting that. So that might come out soon. But yes, day 14, which was the last Livemiss episode that we did, we talked all about how your divine masculine feels and evolves throughout the twin flame connection and what they wish you knew. Because as divine feminines, I feel like I channel a lot of divine feminines, and a lot of divine feminines resonate with my content and my account and follow me. So as a divine feminine, you may feel isolated. You may feel like your divine masculine doesn't like you or doesn't want to be with you. It can be very frustrating and difficult. So we go into why that is, why the divine feminine is considered the spiritual twin, what the role of the divine masculine is, and why it can feel so lonely at times. And we also talk about the effects of separation and divine masculines and how you can get your divine masculine to open up to you. So very interesting stuff. We also read a little bit about my book, where I put a note that we read page 57. So what is that about? Oh, yes. We went into just separation and all of that. So I'm gonna let you search that up yourself and go into the Livemiss playlist, so that if you are interested in that, we talk about divine masculine and feminine energy, so Shakti and Shiva, and just so much more. So that's a very fascinating episode if you're having trouble understanding your divine masculine. Tomorrow's episode, we're gonna go all into divine feminine energy. I'm actually really excited for that one. And then the rest of the Livemiss schedule and topics will be posted on my story. Sorry I didn't do the get ready with me. I feel like this would be 2 hours long if I did the get ready with me, because I struggle with like doing the two things at once. But before I go, I wanted to give you guys a chance to write any more questions that you may have. or any feedback or thoughts that you wanted to share with me. And I pulled out all this makeup and I'm not even gonna use it. It's gonna be like that sometimes. But you guys know that I'm all about like natural beauty. I don't really care to go too hard. But I do love makeup, don't get me wrong. I love makeup, I love playing with color. But especially when I'm not feeling it. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not. Like I'm not that girl to go to the gym with makeup on or to Walmart with makeup on. Like you're never gonna catch me like that. You see me in the street, this is probably what I'm gonna look like. Like I'll probably brush my eyebrows and have a little bit of lip gloss on and call it a day. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I missed any questions. Not really. You guys are not really asking anything. So let me ask you this. If you've been following on with Livemiss, which Livemiss episode or topic have you found the most interesting or helpful in your life? And thank you for sending me the little badges. They're so cute. I feel like we covered a lot and there's still so much more we can cover, but I'm really curious to know which ones you guys have really enjoyed and have really found helpful. And you can even share the ones that you hated or maybe you didn't even think you know, were relevant or anything like that. So let me know. I want to hear from you guys. And thank you to everyone who's joined and liked and done all the badges and all of that. I'm still new to lives. I'm trying to figure everything out here. But I'm really happy that I've been able to do this live with you guys. And I'm very grateful for it. So I've really liked connecting with you guys through here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any of you guys write anything in. So with that, I'm gonna go and I will see you guys for tomorrow, same time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna talk all about divine feminines. And yeah, thank you for spending this time with me. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.